Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going on to just a very quick side quest here. It's something that I noticed just after playing through the main scenario quest line. But if you go back out here to Mordona, you can actually get a special quest from Flamine here. And this particular quest is called One Final Journey. Flamine appears lost in her memories. Oh, Claire, forgive me, I did not see you there. Ever since you spoke to me of your last moments with Minfilia, I find myself often thinking of the moments I shared with her. And it was during one such moment of remembrance that a message arrived from an acquaintance in Udal. Even now I could scarcely believe the letter's contents, written as if an answer to my heart's lamentations. Such fortuitous timing is nothing short of a miracle, no less than your own arrival here to stay, I should think. I am about to depart for the Sultanate to meet with my acquaintance, you see, and I cannot think of a better companion for this journey than you. Will you not indulge me with your company? I would not begrudge your absence, but if you are so inclined, it would mean more to me than you know. How could I refuse? I mean, I do think this has something to do with Minfilia, but yeah, she's good company. You are too kind, my friend. We are to meet on the steps of Thal in front of the STM's aesthetics. Pray go ahead, I will be along shortly. You needn't wait for me. Pray set out when you are ready and meet me in front of the STM's aesthetics on the steps of Thal. Wow, so this is really coming full circle here because if you can remember, like way back in 1.0, like the original Final Fantasy XIV, when we first meet Flamine, she had a very special connection to not only the miners there, but with this particular goldsmith company because her husband, he used to be like a very talented, like he was a very famous goldsmith, like kind of on the same level as Godbert Mandeville. So it really doesn't surprise me that we're going back here. It's kind of nostalgic, really. Oh, I can't really think what this has to do with Minfilia yet. I mean, I think they might have found something that belonged to her. I mean, that's really the only explanation that I can think of. Let's see what it has to say. I hope I have not kept you waiting over long. No, I'm fine. We just got here. Flamine, thanks for coming on such short notice. Oh, it's you two. And I can't say we were expecting you at all, Claire, though I suppose you do have a knack for assisting in matters of the dearly departed. So, is it true, my friends? Did you find it? Start from the beginning. The concern was contracted to work on the waterways below Udal. Naturally, this included reconstruction of the Sildeth aqueducts. The place Minfilia and the others fled after the ill-fated banquet. Aye, and while we were clearing out the tunnel, a glint among the debris caught our attention. Cat's eye! At first we wondered how it got to be there of all places, but then we remembered the stone Minfilia gave you all those years ago. There's no mistake about it. This is the self-same stone. The very first stone she ever unearthed, in those Helicon days when she was still called Ashelia. She was beaming with pride when she presented it to me. It was a gift I would treasure for years to come. Until the day came when she needed it more than I. She seemed so lost that day in the waking sands. I knew that the cat's eye would remind her of how far she had already come, and instill her a little more courage to take the next step. To think she still wore it all this time. When we searched the waterway shortly after the collapse, we didn't find a trace of the scions, no belongings or anything. Curious that it would appear after all this time. With the stone in hand, Minfilia pressed onward in her quest for true peace. Never once did she look back. And though she is gone, her legacy lives on. In you, Claire, in the Scions, and in the child Rean. Safe in the knowledge that others continue to walk her path, she has sent this stone back to me. This I choose to believe. She has earned her rest. I shall bury the stone that she might have peace in the hereafter. Where are you thinking? Next to where her father rests. Indeed, there is no better place than with your loved ones. Well, you're doubtless keen to see to that, so we won't keep you any longer. We'll find a moment to go and pay respect ourselves afterwards. Till next time, take care. Thank you. Both of you. Waberton was interred here in Udal at Irang's burial chamber, but around the time of the Scion's founding, he was moved to the Church of Saint Anima Lanima, under the care of Father Luud. Come, Claire, let us seek out the Father and request his permission to bury the stone. Wow, that sure takes me back. The last time that we heard about that little cat's eye was way back in, what was it, 2.1? Yeah, it was back in 2.1. I don't believe it. Oh, I feel old all of a sudden. Alright, so here we are back in Eastern Thanalan at Drybone. Again, it's been so long since we actually had a reason to come out here. Not only that, I remember that this was actually the place where we came to after the attack on the Waking Sands, so I do know that Minfilia and Father Luud here were friends. Ah, there you are. I was just telling Father Luud about Minfilia and the cat's eye. Welcome, my child, welcome. Flamine has explained to me the purpose of your visit, and I see no reason to refuse you. Minfilia would wish to rest with her father. I have known her since she was but a child, full of hope and wonder, an aspiring young miner following in Flamine's footsteps. Dutiful student to be sure, nary day passed that she did not set out into the wilderness with a pickaxe in hand. But fate would see her set aside the miner's tools and instead don a mantle of far greater responsibility. She was as passionate then as she was in her childhood, a fire in her eyes that refused to be extinguished. It was that flame that compelled me to lend the Scions my support without a moment's hesitation. To now see so many brave and noble souls continue her work, it only reaffirms that I was right to place my faith in her. Forgive my meandering nuisance. You did not come to hear me wax nostalgic. Pray see to burying the cat's eye. The 12's blessings be upon you. Thank you, Father Luud. Come, Claire. Roberton's grave is just to the south of the church. It takes great strength to raise a child, and it takes even greater strength to let a child walk her own path, though it leads to danger. I have naught but respect for Flamine. So his grave is around here, is it? I never knew. All right, there she is. Here it is, Claire. It was 20 years ago that Roberton came to Udal, risking life and limb to warn us of the threat encroaching on Eorzea. 20 years ago that my ambition robbed him of his life, a daughter of her whole family. You would have been so proud of her. She was a warm, compassionate, and vibrant woman, always ready to answer the clarion call of duty without a moment's hesitation, just like her father. In the end, that selflessness would save not one, but 2 worlds. Now her duty has ended, and though you are worlds apart, I pray with this stone, the precious gem from Minfilia, a part of her remains at your side, just as she remains forever in my heart. Oh, Ashelia, never did I imagine such greatness could be born from a beginning so humble. I am proud to have been there for that first little triumph. Not only did you find a gemstone, you found your own path. That path took you far away to a place fraught with danger, but you have achieved all you ever desired, and you have returned. Rest now, Ashelia, my dearest daughter. Won't you say a few words too? Not sure what we would say. Leave the rest to us. There is much I've left unsaid to Ashelia, but I feel as though a weight has been lifted. With a lighter heart, I shall return to Mordona and resume doing my little part for the Scions, for her legacy. Wherever you may be headed, please take care, and when you meet them, do pass my regards on to Thancred and Reen and all the others. Thank you, Claire, for everything. Aww. So I guess that's it. That's officially closing out the quest line for Minfilia, I suppose. Alright, let's head back to Mordona. We'll speak to Flamine one last time, and yeah, I think we can officially close the book on Minfilia. I've got mixed feelings. I mean, she was never one of my most favorite characters, but I feel like it ended on a good note, so I don't think we need to go back to it anymore, Square Enix. I do think that they could have done a lot more work with her, but yeah, so I think this is pretty much the best that we could have hoped for an ending, at least for Minfilia. Now we can have Reen kind of step up and take over and be the person that we needed Minfilia to be at the time. Alright, so let's just head up one more time to speak with her, and then we can just leave with a good conscience. The time for dwelling on the past has ended. Indeed, if I am to be of help to you and the Archons, I must look towards the future. I have no doubt the road before you is perilous, but remember, you do not walk alone, my friend. Aw, that was sweet. And so I think she's starting to really look to us like as kind of like a family member now, and that's sweet. Well, everyone, I think that's it for now. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. This is the last little part for Minfilia, and I think we did it justice. So, until next time, bye-bye.